welcome back to all the Neffyness, and welcome back to another installment of my Christmas in July for 2017. I'm excited to be sharing with you guys one of my first layouts for this season of Christmas in July. This was obviously recorded last year. I did a lot of for some reason I did a lot of videos and didn't upload them, so that's why I'm uploading them this month and taking advantage of Christmas in July. So what I'm trying to do for this layout, as you can see, is I've been stitching sort of like a Christmas tree, I guess you could call it like skeleton type thing. And I had an idea to, stitch it out like this and then go in with a little bit of watercolor. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And basically, I was just really wanting kind of like a really soft, pinky kind of tree. And that's really what I end up with, to be honest. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to figure out a photo. I had that photo of my kitchen, but then I also have this one here of a little bit of fun things that I bought from the craft store for my Christmas decorations. And the only sad thing about this process video is that for some reason, and of course how convenient, the process of me watercoloring this tree it's non-existent. I don't understand how, but it's not. I tried to like look through the files that I had on my computer and it just literally doesn't show up. So sorry about that, guys. Basically what I did was just use red and pinks to get my tree to look the way it looks. And then I added a little bit of splatters over the top. So what I'm trying to do now is actually decorate my tree. How fun, right? Not only did I get to decorate a tree in real life, but I get to decorate one in paper. And I'm basically trying to do the soft colors. I felt like last season's Christmas like crafty supplies were full of lots of pinks and mints and lots of just really super soft colors. I think that Snow and Cocoa collection that was out last year was amazing. It's like all the perfect colors, you know, that so many people love, but somehow in some way they were like incorporated into Christmas themed stuff. So that was the knockoff look I was trying to get, because last Christmas I didn't have money to be buying like all the Christmas supplies. So I'm literally just using what I have in my stash for, you know, for all of this. And obviously all the supplies that I have around me that you see on my desk, those were the ones that I was using for my December daily. And then I also just kept them out on my desk throughout the month so that I can continue working and, you know, doing whatever I had to do throughout the month in my December daily. So I'm going to be starting with the layering, and like I said, I'm using a bunch of random supplies in my stash. This is a really old paper, probably from 2014, from Studio Calico, and I think it was from the Christmas month. I'm not really sure. For a while I was getting the Studio Calico kits in 2014 before I was even scrapbooking, you know, to try and get into it. But I never used them, guys. Can you believe that? I just didn't even know where to start. Like, those years was just kind of a blur. And then I'm using this other sheet that is from the Christmas on Market Street collection by My Mind's Eye. And that one's super cute. And this paper, I think, is from Photo Play. This is part of my Christmas supply haul from the Scrapbook Expo. From, you know, the month previous to this past December, so in November. And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to layer my photo. I obviously had my tree all finished and I'm just letting that dry on the side. But now I'm just trying to incorporate some Christmassy colors, and I do like this Christmassy striped one. It's got like all the perfect colors. And so I'm bringing it out, and I kind of do just move around with it a little bit, and it takes me a minute to figure out what my layering is going to be. And yeah, so that's what you're basically going to be watching me do for a minute. I'm also liking this like soft pinks from this Typecast We Are Memory Keepers paper pad. This paper pad is absolutely stunning. The colors are basically gold, black and white, and like super soft pink and some pretty grainy colors. So I decided to go with like this grainy. Oh, it's not grainy actually. It's more like a wood grain. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's from it's like a wood grain paper. And like I said, I was just totally in love with the softness of everything. And I was just trying to figure out how I can include pretty pinks into a Christmas layout. And it basically, to be honest, you can be using any colors for Christmas as long as you've got the Christmas theme supplies to it. So then I decided that I was going to use this big bow, and it's kind of ridiculous. If you guys like it, let me know. But if you guys think it's pretty ridiculous, then I must agree with you guys, because I don't know what I was thinking. Um, I was like, I had some, I just wanted to just add texture to my layouts. You guys know how much I love a little bit of texture and different feel to my layouts. I don't just like them flat with paper. But that bow is just killing me. And then you guys will see how it goes from like super extravagant and kind of corny to just, oh, okay, there's a star at the top of the tree. So I think I'm watching what I'm doing, and obviously this was way long ago. And actually, as I did this layout, I was listening to some awesome Pandora with Christmas music. I was all in the Christmas spirit. It was pretty awesome. But as I was saying, I didn't know if I liked that stripy paper or I wanted to just back my photo onto a solid red. But I guess I decided to keep it as I had it with that striped paper. So now, I'm sorry that the bottom is a little cut off. I was just dragging my paper a little bit too low because of the supplies that I had over the top towards the edge of my desk. So I do apologize about that. I hope that I push up my layout a little bit in a moment. But basically, it's time to start embellishing around my photo. I already do have a few embellishments on my tree. You guys saw me add some sequins, and I used mints. I used like some large minty looking sequins, and then I used red and white, and then I had like some flat gold. It wasn't shimmery gold, stars. And then I'm using a bunch of these chipboards that I think, oh gosh, I can't remember what collection they are, but I know that they are My Mind's Eye. And this was gifted to me through the Felicity Jane Paper Exchange in 2016. I'm not sure if they did it this year or not, but I doubt it. I'm not sure. But yeah, last year I participated in that, and I had a really awesome uh, lady who sent me super awesome stuff, and I was so happy that I was able to bring it out during December. And it was like pink and greenish and all that pretty soft colors. So I'm just basically trying to see how I can continue decorating my tree. These chipboards are a little bit large, so it was kind of hard to add too many to my tree, but I sort of figured it out. For now I have two pieces, and I'm just trying to see what else I can do. I like the Holly Jolly, just because of the photo that I have. I don't know if it makes sense, but to me it makes sense to say, it's a Holly Jolly Christmas. So yeah. And as you guys saw, I kind of pushed down my photo a little bit. And so I had a bunch of that paper over the top, and as I went to cut it, I kind of had a hole. I made a hole because my paper was still wet from the watercolor. So I had to figure out a way to cover it up, and I decided that I was going to do this little trick I had seen, which was adding thread and twine behind like buttons. So I had a bunch of these brads also from my haul, and yeah, I think they're mostly from my haul, and then from December Daily from the year before. And I'm just going to just stick them down and use the twine to bring them out, I guess. And what else, guys? So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing that to the hole as well, to that hole that I punctured over the top of my photo. I think. So yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying all my videos for the December daily. If you guys have, please let me know down below. You know, most of these processes have already been recorded, so I'm not exactly like getting crafty with Christmas at the moment quite yet. Um, I know that I still have work to do in my December daily mini, so I know that I do have to try and finish that off. But as of now, all I've been doing is just you know, finishing up all these videos that had been stored in my computer for months. And so it's still exciting. It's still getting me excited to, you know, for when December arrives again. But I'm glad that I'm not even doing anything for that stuff yet, because December, I just feel like it gets kind of overwhelming. Um, I really do love recording December, and I've done it for 2 years in a row. This year, if I do decide to do it, would be my 3rd year. So that's pretty awesome. But like I said, it just gets pretty overwhelming, and it is a lot of hard work just to, you know, dedicate yourself. So there's my little star, and I'm wiggling for you guys because, yes, I took off that goofy old bow. And that just looks so much better, doesn't it? I love it way better like that. So I think that I'm going to be now working on my title. Yep. And back in December, I was storing my thickers and all alphas in this little like folder. But eventually I did end up taking this out, and I just have it now in my my Michael's Rasco cart. It's not called a Rasco cart. I guess it's just the art cart, because I got it from Michael's. But that's where I keep all my alphas now, and it's just way better to have them all available. So, of course, I got to have all my jams for Christmas. And my title, now that I'm working on it, it is going to be Jolly Holiday. And these gray alphas, I didn't realize it at first, but the O had a spot where you could take out the center of it. But I liked the solid, so I ended up, you know, having all the letters included like that. And then for the Jolly, I'm going to be using those pink letters that you guys see in the back. These ones here, actually. And these are from Studio Calico as well. I'm not quite sure, you know, what month, but I can definitely assure you guys that this was from 2014, back when I was receiving kits and not doing anything with them. Because that's what I was doing for the longest time. So it looks like this is it, guys. Here are the close-ups. All I did was finish off the title, and that was it. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in my next Christmas in July video. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.